if you've ever tried finding the next 10x or 100x meme coin, you already know this truth. The space is flooded with trash. Every single day, meme coins and tokens are created, but here's the catch: 90% of them are scams, rugs, or pure hype with no substance. Some of them pump for 15 minutes and vanish. Some look good on Twitter and end up with zero liquidity, to the point that when you buy, like when you enter, you end up losing everything. And within this chaos, a few hidden gems are actually getting to make their way to 20x, 50x, and even 100x runs. Now, the problem isn't that the opportunity is gone, right? We can't say meme coins is dead, but it's just that the average trader is ignorant of what really works and where the money is pumping, right, or flowing to. So for those that even know to an extent, like for those that know their way around meme coins, they actually get in late, right, or they are baited. And that is what I want to help you fix today. Welcome back to this channel, guys. If you're just joining for the first time, it's my pleasure to have you back. And if you're a returning subscriber or returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I'll implore you guys to please subscribe to this channel right now. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. Now, what if I told you that there is an algorithm that can help you find these $1 million meme coins runners at a very early stage? Now, like this particular algorithm found this coin at 68k market cap. Now, imagine you getting to find a coin like Chill Guy at 38k market cap. How will you feel? That would be massive, right? Imagine the profit you'd have been on right now. So yes, that algorithm is called ATM. Now, ATM is a particular algorithm that helps you find coins very early. Now, I personally backtested this particular algorithm, and I'm going to be showing you guys the result it gave me by the end of this video. And if you stay till the end, I'll give you the special strategy I use to maximize my profit while using this particular algorithm. This video is going to be divided into 3 segments. I'm going to talk about first the overview, right, of what ATM is all about, what they are building, and what they are going to do also in the future. Then secondly, I'm going to show you guys the result, right? I'm going to show you the result I had when I backtested. And then thirdly, I'm going to show you guys practically on how you can get started with using ATM, right, to find coins and make the most gains in meme coin space. And if this is something you guys like, please like this video and subscribe to this channel right now. And you can also turn on the notification bell so that you get content like this when we post them. And now, since you have done that, thank you so much. Now let's get straight into the video. Now, ATM is an on-chain analytics tool helping traders discover tokens based on professional traders and market insiders activities. It's often referred to as PTMI, right, on Solana blockchain. Now, it actually helped discover this token based on 20,000 plus profitable wallet activity, advanced holder analytics, volume analysis, and 30 plus other metrics. They basically help degens, right, traders to trade smarter. Now think about something like a meme coin sniper scope that helps you find a coin very early, right? So that's what ATM is all about. Now they do this using an algorithm. Now these algorithms are built on 4 major indicators. The first is profitable wallet activity. Now here, what they do is they monitor wallets with above 60% win rate, right, and plus other parameters. So with this, they now find you a coin that is good for you to buy. The next indicator is volume analytics. Now we all know volume is very important when you want to buy a coin, right? So this algorithm also monitors and tracks volume spikes in tokens, right, and estimates what percentage of the volume the token has. So the algorithm is trying to find a token with real volume, because we all know in the meme coins with some tokens actually have fake volumes, where you see the dev trying to buy with different wallets just to pump the volume into the token. But this algorithm finds tokens with real volume, right? And then once they find it, you get a call, you get alerts, right, on this particular tokens, right? The next algorithm or indicators that this algorithm use is holders activity. So it analyzes holder dynamics, including holders quality, the quality of holders, and includes the average holding time, because the longer the time of holding, the more stronger that token is, right? Then the last one is 30 other metrics and indicators, including DEX paid. If the DEX is paid, it helps you check if there's mint, if it's mintable or if it's freezable. Like, so when a token is mintable, it means that the dev can actually go ahead to mint many more tokens, and this will increase the supply and increase sell pressure, right? So you see that when you buy a token, the moment you buy, at the point it just start dumping. So it might be that the dev has minted some other tokens, right? So this algorithm helps to clear out this and make sure that you buy coins that are not mintable and not freezable, in the sense that it won't get to a point that you buy a coin and you can't sell. So when you make sure that you buy a coin and you can't sell, that coin is freezable. So these things are what the algorithm watch out for. They also watch and track smart wallet behavior, right, for facts like the average holding time and all that. So you are sure that you are buying coins that are trending, coins that pro traders are also buying. So think of it like you are trading like an insider. That's basically what ATM algorithm helps you to find, helps you trade smarter. ATM currently have 4 different types of algorithm. So there are 4 different types of algorithm currently. So we have the first one, which is called OG algo. Now the OG algo is the first of the algorithm they designed, and this particular one suits majority of traders. What it does, it discovers tokens based on on-chain indicators, right? So it gives 72 signals or 72 tokens per day. And what's the focus? The focus is on tokens between $100,000 market cap to $2 million market cap. So within this range, you get tokens within this range, right? And then it gives you 72 per day, like I said, and then it helps you get consistent 2x. So when you are buying coins from this algorithm, you are sure that you can get consistent 2x setups and short-term plays. So that's what the OG algo does, and it is best suited for traders who want to catch tokens in their early growth, right? And traders who have medium risk tolerance, right? If you fall into this category, this is your best bet, right? And it's also best for traders who prefer doing a quick research after a signal. So if you feel that when you see a coin, you want to do a quick research also, then OG algo is best for you. And then it's also used to define entry and exit framework. That's what OG algo does. The next type of algorithm is the OG algo beta. This is similar to OG algo, but while the original OG algo triggers new calls, right, and it gives you tokens every 20 minutes. I've got to say that, right? It gives you tokens every 20 minutes. This particular algorithm, which is the OG algo beta, it gives you token based on event. So it is event based, not time based. The OG algo is time based, while OG algo beta is event based. So if you're a trader that likes trading based on a narrative or probably based on the news, maybe Trump just fought with Elon Musk, and that's an event, right? So a token can just come out based on that. So OG algo beta will quickly give you that token at its early stage. It has the same qualities or the same features like OG algo, except that what's new is that the number of tokens is around 100, unlike the OG algo, which is 72. It gives 100 tokens a day, and then the win rate is 50%, right? 50%, but that of OG algo claims to be 80% win rate, which I actually tested. Like I said, I'm going to show you guys the backtesting result. The next algorithm is the pump fund algo, right? So for my guys that like trading pump fund tokens, you like degen, so this is your best bet. The pump fund algo, right? It's simple. It gives you coins that are created on pump fund. So it's a high risk, high reward algorithm, especially designed to track early signals from tokens launched on pump fund, right, before they graduate, or graduate to pump swap. So if you want to catch those coins before they graduate, you want to use pump fund algo. I'm going to show you guys how to actually use it in a jiffy, right? So this particular algo gives you 100 to 120 signals per day, it is triggered based on smart wallet inflow. So it monitors smart wallets that are doing the same thing, and then it gives you token based on that. And then the average market cap is between $20,000 market cap to $60,000 market cap. So coins within this range is what you get per day, right? And then it focuses on hyper early coins, right? So early snipes. And then this is best for those that want to enter extremely early. So if you're a trader that wants to really enter coins extremely early, you want to use this pump fund algo. And then if you have high risk tolerance, this is also okay for you. If you know that you have the tolerance to risk very well, right? Risk so high. And then if you are experienced with pump fund, it's also okay for you. And then if you understand the fact that you can take 10 coins, 10 trades, and everything will fail, but maybe the next 5 you take can be a 50x. If you're okay with that, and you know that, okay, I'm good with that you can understand that 60% of the calls can be a failure, but the next few that will come afterwards can give you 50x, then this is your best algorithm, right? Then the last algorithm is called the Launch Lab algo. Now this is my second best algorithm to use, right, personally for me. So the Launch Lab algo is a Bunk Fund and Launch Lab algorithm. It gives you coins, or it discovers tokens from all Radium Launch Lab platforms, right, before they migrate. So coins that are listed on Radium and Launch Lab, you get to find them early before they migrate. Now, why do I like it? Is because coins that are listed on Radium are given much more respect, because it is believed that to list on Radium you need to know how to code, right? So when coins are listed on Radium, it's actually survive more than compared to Pump Fund, right? You all know on Pump Fund most of the coins there are actually wrong at the end of the day, but if you can catch good coins like ATM will give you, then I'm sure you're gonna make some money, right? So the Launch Lab algo gives you 30 to 50 signals per day. The target tokens is all tokens from Launch Lab, like I said, including Bunk Fund. So it all gives you tokens from Bunk Fund before they graduate. And then its average market cap is $15,000 market cap to $40,000 market cap. This is the range you'll be getting the coins within, right? And then also it focuses on early snipes, right? So it gives you early snipe. It's best for traders in the same range like Pump Fund, right? So if you like to snipe coins, if you're a degen, you like to risk, this is your best bet. And the best thing and the good thing about it is that you can catch $1 billion market cap coins very early stage. So it's going to cover up for you. For me, what makes ATM different is that unlike most other tools that just give you token trackers or alerts, ATM is fully on chain. That's number one. So there's no paid promotion or team shilling. It's fully on chain, right? And the metrics are back tested across hundreds of signals. So they actually backtest. This team, they backtest strategies and then they put out the result of their backtest. So you can go on their platform and see series of backtests, right? So I'm going to actually probably put on the screen one of their backtests, or I'm going to show you guys when I'm sharing my screen, right? So the backtest also, and there is no centralized dev picks, right? It's wallet driven, pure blockchain intelligence. This is pure blockchain intelligence. It offers risk grading and historical performance pattern. So they look at history, they look at setting parameters before they give you coins. So they don't just give you coins just like that. Setting parameters are checked, including the top traders smart wallet tracking, right? So that you are trading like an insider. Here is another thing I like about ATM. They give you coin, right? Personally, you get to receive the coin alert even before it starts trending on Twitter. So before you start seeing trends on Twitter, you are in. Because one of the things about Memecoins is you need to get in early. If you can get in early, you're gonna make the money. So by the time orders are coming in, you're actually up in profit. So I'll share my screen now and let's look at some of the testimonials from people that have used ATM, and let's also see some of the coins that ATM has scored and the result. So let's go straight to my screen. Now, if you look at my screen right here, you're gonna see that this particular coin called AIXBT actually said, "Thank you, you caught me early. I love the terminal." So you can actually go check this. You see, this guy said ATM has called basically every major runner in the last 3 weeks with so many recent wins, it is hard to keep track. Now it's also called PTR, right, at 200k market cap. So let's actually look at PTR and see now. So I'll just go to desk screen now, and I'm going to search for PTR. I'm going to bring it out. So this is PTR sitting at $33.7 million market cap. Now imagine you got in when ATM called it at 200k market cap. That would have been massive, right? You can see the chart right here. So imagine you got in at around 200k market cap. Even it was even called before it got listed on desk screener, right? So this is actually, it would have been a massive exit for you. That's what ATM does. All right, and let's go back. Let's look at, so you can see this guy here says he had 4,496% rate on ATM. So he said GGS ATM. So this guy also said memecoin trading can bring you huge profit. So this is actually a trade. So we all know Ola Crypt, right? So you know Ola Crypt. He also said JM Trench Warrior, trench is looking good, easy to win when you have a quant like this, right? Locking in more. So ATM was actually the quant he was talking about, you guys can see here. That being said, and many more, you can see this coin was called at market cap of about 85,000 and it ran up to about $30 million market cap. That was a 340x. That's huge, right? Look at copper, and these guys, these are a lot of testimonials from ATM. You can see this guy made a 6x from the call, and so many of them like that, right? So many of them like that. And if you look at this is a coin that did 700x twice from ATM's call, right? So it was called at a market cap of $62.5 thousand market cap, right? And it went up, right? The coin is called startup. It hit 700x, even if it came down minus 95%, as you can see here. It survived a monthly drawdown of minus 95%, and then it also went back up and is sitting in middle. So let's look at this coin. If you look at this coin, that's actually the coin right here. So this is startup right here. You can see it here. Now it is currently trading at, so it's going to load up right now. It's currently trading at $30-something million market cap. Imagine getting this at $62k market cap now, and now it's trading at over $30 million. That's a lot. That's a lot of profit, right? That's 700x, because it actually went as high as 44 million, right? So this is the coin right here. This is the coin right here, and it's currently sitting at $29 million actually. So we can actually probably find an entry if you want to trade this coin. So I'm not saying you should go trade this, right? I'm not saying you should go trade this, but you can see what ATM helped us to find, right? It helped us enter this coin so very early. So it looks like you're trading like an insider, right? So that's what ATM helps you to achieve, and so many more, right? Look at yesterday's stats from ATM, right? You can see the top performance of the day. That was about yesterday, before yesterday or so, from the time of recording this video. So you can see this coin DBC was called at 74k market cap, and it did a 5,000%, right? You can see here. See this next one did a 3,000%, called at 182k. So these different calls depends on the particular algorithm, like I gave you guys earlier enough, right? Giving you the range of the different algorithms that makes these calls. They are actually 4 in number, right? So the ones that have the lower market cap call, they're actually called by the pump fund algo or probably the launch lab algo. But these ones that are over 100k market cap calls, they are probably called by the OG algo, right? So this is it. So this one was called at a 448k market cap, right? And it did 882%. That's a lot. And you can see this last one that did called at 64.2k, and it did a 700%. So that is what you can, this is what you can actually get by using ATM, right? ATM also called Osiko. We all know Osiko at 38k market cap. Let's look at it. If you look here, this is Osiko, right? So this is Osiko, and you can see it's currently sitting at $50 million. That's massive. So imagine you got in on this coin at 38k market cap and you held it. That would be a lot of x, over 100x for you right now, right? So this and many more is what you can get using ATM. Now look at PTR, was called at 200k market cap, and now it's sitting at $33.71 million market. That's a lot, right? So even from here, judging from here right now, you see that if you actually entered here, you're gonna be sitting at so you'd have been sitting at a profit of about 700% just from entering, and that's close to 10x, right? So that's what you can get using ATM, right? So I'm going to show you guys more when I'm looking at the backtesting result. All right, ATM also have a private cabal, which is like a private group on Telegram where ATM users come together, right, and share minds together. It has over 520 members now. Around 100 to 200 traders join monthly. Now what is done in this cabal, in this private group, is that you get to discuss ATM discoveries, you share your wins, share your results, discover exit points. You get to meet DJs and professional traders that share their strategies. You also get to figure out the best trading strategy you should use, probably the best time to trade. These things are being discussed in the group. You also get to post your coin. So probably if you're a dev and you create coins, you can post your own coin there and people get to buy in. All right, so this and many more is actually being done, and people also drop their calls. I think on the private group they called Mask and Elon Wave, right? These coins were called on the group and it did over 20x. So these are things you get to get exposed to in the private cabal of ATM. So that's actually the benefit of being in this private cabal. Now think of this like an inner circle of pro traders where hidden gems, right, can be posted, and where you can also flex your own coin and get others to buy into it. So in case maybe you're a dev, so this is actually a lot for you. Now to get access to some of these features that I talked about, like getting the private cabal, to get access to these calls to get access to how to use this algorithm, or to get the calls from this algorithm, and many more access to all this, you need to be a pro trader, right? You need to be a pro trader. Now how do you be a pro trader? I'm going to show you guys what it entails to be a pro trader or a pro user of ATM. But before then, let me show you guys the backtesting result of what I did, right? How I backtested this strategy, how many coins I took, and what it ended up in my portfolio, right? So let me take you guys straight to my screen. Now if you look at my screen here, this is a particular spreadsheet of my trades, right? So the first trade I took gave me about 379%, so I took out profit. So I started with $10 and I risked 20% per trade. So I just wanted to test it out, right? So first trade gave me 379%, second trade 236. So I actually had just one loss. Right, yeah. So although this one gave me just plus 19%, this is based on my strategy, right? So at some point I get to close the trade based on my strategy. So I'm going to show you guys the strategy if you wait till the end of the video. So this one gave me a 531%, this last trade. So I took a total of 10 trades, and the average ROI was a plus 215% increase in my initial capital. So that was like over 3x, right? And so this was actually done in some days, right? So I risked, because I told you guys even in a day you can get up to 72 coins using the OG algo, and up to 100 using the pump fund algo. So I risked only 20%, like I said, so it can be more. So because I risked only 20% of my capital, that was why I had a 250% increase in my capital. So if I risked more, I could have gotten more, right? So that's just it. But you need to actually maintain risk management, which is very important. Meme coins can be very crazy, can be very volatile, so you don't stick to one coin, you get to move on, you learn to move on and take profit. So the conclusion was good. So let me show you guys some of the trades I took. So this was one of them. I entered here, right? Can you see? I entered at this point, and then it gave me, this was the 531%. So that coin was wave. So I'm going to show you, this was the call on algo. So this is how the call always appears. So this was wave. It was called at $74 market cap, $4,000 market cap. You can see how it ran up to $900,000 market cap. That was a huge profit. And then the next one I took was Chef, right? So this is Chef. I took it around this support area. This is a resistance, which was now a support here. So I entered at this point, and then it took me up, gave me a 209%, and I was out. So this was a call, right? This was a call on ATM, right? So now this next one was CF. This was Chef Cat, and this was the Chef Cat. This is it here, and I entered here actually at this support area, and it gave me this pump right before it fell, right? So that's what you need to take from. So if you're holding, you see that you're back and you're actually being lost. So you need to actually be strict with your plans and stay to them, and be disciplined enough to take profit. You don't stay attached to any meme coin. So this was the next one I took was Microsoft, right? I took Microsoft and I took it. I entered here. It was called at $71,000 market cap, and it went up to around $361,000. That's a lot of, that's 300%, 360%, and I went out. So before it crashed again. So I'm going to show you guys the strategy, right? So I think one other one I took was penny stock, right? So this was it. This was the call, and I also took house car. So this was the penny stock. I entered here at this green line. I entered there and it gave me this, and then this was house car. I entered also here, and I entered at this point. When it came down to this point, this was a support area, right? So I entered at this point, and then it gave me all this. So this is the backtest result of some of the trades I took. What's my take on this particular backtest? Yeah, it was good. I got good profit, right? And then one thing I'll also say is that you need to beware of thinking that it will always be like this, right? So some of the times there can be losses. So you need to understand that there can be losses on this using ATM. Some days it can be bad that you get losses, right? So you need to be strict with risk management. Now, develop a plan and stick to it. Develop a plan, be disciplined to stick to it. Have the culture of taking profit, right? And sticking to your plan. And then do your due diligence. Don't think that you just see a call and you just jump in. Do your due diligence also, right? And get in, right, at your own entry and exit point. So by the time I'm talking about the strategy, I'll show you guys more about how to navigate buying and selling when you get the calls. All right, so this is what these are few things I will say after my back test, right? So you also learn to understand that meme coins can crash, so don't stick to a particular coin. Learn to move on. Even the algorithm gives you a lot of coins, so learn to take profit and move on. All right, so now the question is, how do you get started? Now, having seen all the track records of what ATM has done, having seen the coin calls, having seen my result from backtesting, how do you get started? Now, like I said before, to get started with getting access to these benefits or this algorithm calls, you need to actually be a pro ATM user. So how do you become a pro ATM user? All you need to do is to subscribe to the ATM Pro version. All right, so that's how you become a pro ATM user. All right, so what does it entail? Currently, it's worth $230 per month, and you might be thinking that's too much. No, it's actually worth it, because in a week you can actually get more than that when you apply the right approach to this course. And I'm going to show you guys a strategy on how to do it, right? So the same strategy I used for my own backtesting. So you just pay $230 per month and you get access to all these features I said. And now when you become a pro trader, what do you stand to get? Here's what you stand to get as a pro ATM user, right? First, you get full access to all algo signals, right? The 4 types of algo, and then you get access to the private Telegram cabal, which I talked about. Now there you can have cabal, you can have over 520 plus active degen traders who share their analysis, they share their entries, exits, they share what they are doing new, they share coin calls also. And you can have the opportunity to share your own coin calls. Say you are a dev, right? So you can drop your coin calls as well, right? And others get to buy into it as well. So if you want to look into creating coins, now that is actually a good place for you. And it's good as a crypto trader. It's good to be amidst where people with like minds are. It helps you get more results. So that's one of the things you get access to. And again, you also get access to a platform where you can do a thorough research on the coin. So they have the trending token scan where you can scan coins and see what pro traders are doing. So when you are scanning coins with ATM, you're actually getting information on what pro traders are doing, right? So these are things and more that you're going to get. And ATM are actually planning to build their own trading bot. So you can see that you are quite very early. You're actually very early. Now imagine when they decide to create a token, you'd have accumulated a lot of transactions, a lot of activities that can earn you a potential future airdrop. I'll share my screen now and go into taking you guys through the overview of the platform, so you can see how to use it, what it entails, how to get started, and finally I'm going to show you guys the strategy I use to trade these coin calls. All right, so that said, let's go straight to my screen.
Right, to get started with using ATM, all you need to do is to click on the link below in the description. So you see the link in the description. It's going to be the first link in the description. Alright, so once you click on that link, it's going to bring you to this page. Once you're on this page, first thing you want to do is to log in. So you need to log in with your Telegram account. So you click on login here. So once it shows this, you just click on open Telegram desktop. So once you come here, what you do is this particular write-up is going to show up. Then you click on here where it says launch atm.today. So you click on open. Yeah, so once you do that, it's going to load up the page again, and by this time your Telegram account is going to be connected. So you can see now that my Telegram username is showing up here. So once you have done that, you have successfully connected your Telegram account. Now the next thing you can see here is that it says unlock with ATM Pro, right? Unlock with ATM Pro. So we can't access the signals, we can't access the calls, we can't access the analysis, we can't even use we can't use the tools, right, to find trending coins or trending tokens. You can see that it's blurred, right? So to get access to all these features, right, like I've explained earlier on, is that you have to be a pro user. So how do you unlock this, right? So to unlock it, you just have to come here where it says ATM Pro. So you click on ATM Pro, and then once you click on that, you're going to see this page, and you click on Get Pro. As you can see, it's $230, right? And when you use my link, right, if you use the link below in the description, you get extra 7 days, right, to your 1 month, right? So just try use the link. Then when you click on Get Pro, you click on Get Pro again, and once you click on that, it's going to open up this particular platform or this gateway, right? So you want to choose the network you want to pay on, but I'll recommend you just keep it to Solana, right? So just keep it to Solana, and then here you can pay with any currency you have that's available here on Solana. So if you have Weave, if you have Dog with Heart, if you have Jupiter, if you have Bonk, say, or probably you have maybe even Trump. I think Trump is here. So if you have Trump as well, you can use Trump too. So I'll just click on Trump, and then make sure you have that Trump in the wallet. So you need to connect the Solana wallet or wherever wallet you have that money. So probably it's Phantom or Backpack or Software, anyone. So say it's Phantom, right? So once you do that, just put in your password, connect, and make your payment. All right. So that is how you. So once you do that, the payment is going to be deducted, and you will have your pro version with you. And then once you have the pro version, it's gonna look somewhat like this. So you have your pro version, it's going to look like this. So you can see here now that we can now access it, right? So it's no longer saying unlock with pro. Can you see that? So this is how you should have yours once you have connected and once you have subscribed to the pro version, right? So this way now we can now go ahead. So that said, let's go ahead and let me show you how to navigate this platform, right? So first thing is, this algorithm gives you token calls, right? It gives you analysis on a particular token that's trending and that you can actually buy, right? So it is done on the website and on the Telegram page. So if you come here, once you have gotten your pro, when you come here, you see the different algorithms. So this, like I said, like I explained earlier, there are 4 different algorithms. Each of them gives different kind of signals depending on the kind of trader you are and the kind of calls you want to or coins you want to trade. So we are currently on the OG algo, right? So we have the OG 2.0 here, we have Pump Fund and we have Launch Lab. So to get access to each of them, you have to click on it. So say I want to access the OG 2.0, I'll click on it. So you can see it's opened up. So you click on open with Telegram. So yeah, so this is the bot already. So all you need to do is just click on start. Once you click on start, it's going to start give you this. And then once you are on pro version, like it says here, if you are already on the ATM subscription, no need to set up anything. You'll start getting signals soon. So very soon you start receiving signals, right? Signals on this particular page. That's how it's going to be. I'm going to put a signal setup of how the signals come in. Then I'll explain it. This is how it looks. So the first page, the first segment is where the general token info, where it has the token market cap, discovery price, the CA, and all that. The next section shows the professional traders activity. And like I said, this algorithm monitors professional trader wallets and then it gives you tokens based on what they are doing. It's like we're tracking insiders and we're trying to do what they are doing. It shows you how many wallets have bought that token and how many wallets is selling, right? It gives you the volume in, volume out. Volume in is simply the volume into buying, the volume for buys, right? So you want to make sure it's more than volume out, right? And that's what makes you confirm that that particular token is something worth buying. And then the last one is the average buy price between when you are buying and when the pro traders bought. So it gives you the difference between when you are entering and when they entered. So if it's close, if the difference is so close, by the time you're entering, it's so close to when they entered. So you are likely going to get more profit. And the next section is the audit, where it checks other factors like whether DEX is paid, whether the token is mintable or freezable. So you want to make sure that it is not mintable and it is not freezable, so that you have a good trade. I already explained what it means, right? So and you want to make sure that DEX has been paid. Although some coins also do well even when DEX is not paid, maybe if they are just listed. But when the DEX is paid, it shows that the dev is serious and the team are actually serious to push that particular token. Then the next thing you see the trading bot, just clicks of to just get access to the bot very fast. Now, as like I said, we're going to be using Axiom bot for this particular trade, right? We're going to be using Axiom bot. Then the last one is the user strategy. So you can just flex your strategies and just express yourself in that particular place. So that's it for that. And let's go back to the platform. Right, so that's that. So if you also want to access the pump fund, you click on pump fund. Although pump fund right now is not going to be showing on this website, right? It's going to be on the Telegram. So like I said earlier, the signals are on the website and on the Telegram. That's where you get the signals. The launch lab, same thing. Now, if I go scroll down, you see that this is a signal. This is how the signal on this site on the website shows. So this particular token. It was spotted 5 minutes ago, as you can see. So it always refreshes itself whenever there's a new trending token that the algorithm has found, right? So if you want to buy this, you can actually copy the wallet address here and probably go over to Axiom and do your analysis and buy it on Axiom, right? So just before that, let's look at some other stuff. This is the market cap. Was called at $92,000 market cap. This particular token was launched 9 hours ago, and this here is the future pump expectation, right? So it says 94%. This tells us what is the expectation or the likelihood of this particular token pumping. And then if it says 94%, it means this token has a high percentage of pumping right in the future. So it's something you want to actually look at. So that's one of the factors you ATM helps you to find out. All right. So um next thing you see here is the professional traders activity. So let's look at what it says. This is 18 wallets in, 16 wallets out. So this means 18 pro trader wallets have bought this token and then 16 have gone out. So what this is comparing is we want to see what is the difference between the buy pressure and the sell pressure. So if you what you want to check is that there are more wallets compared to wallets that are going out. That will tell you that more traders are buying, that there's more buy pressure compared to sell pressure. That's what you want to check, and this is actually okay. And in fact, it will be better and more more better if the difference is more. So let's say, for example, 18 wallets are in and there may be just 6 wallets out. So it's even going to be better. Right? So that's what you want to confirm, you want to be checking. The next thing here is 3 million tokens, but 0 tokens sold. This is actually wow. This is massive. I think we're going to check this token. All right. So 3 million tokens have been bought, then nothing has been sold. So it means all the tokens bought are still, traders are still holding, right? And this is the volume in. This is the volume of buys, and there is still no volume of sell. And this one tells you the difference between when you are entering right now and when they entered. So this is actually 99%. But what you want to see is that this is green. Once you see it green, it tells you that you are almost close to the entry price of the pro traders. So it's just like there's no difference between you guys, your entry and the pro traders entry. But even if it's red, you want to make sure the number is not so high, right? So this is still okay. So that is that for this. Next thing here is when you click on start, right? Click on start. The start gives you updates or statistics of how the algorithms have been doing, right, in the past. So this one is actually comparing the OG algo and the pump fund algo. So we're going to see what it's going to bring us. So you can see here that we are currently on the OG algo here, and if you scroll down, you see that the OG algo since May 25, right? Since May 25, the OG algo has scored 4 tokens that did 100x plus. It has scored 13 tokens that did 25 to 100x, right? So here it has scored 547 tokens that did 3 to 5x, 576 tokens that did 2x. Quite okay. That at least we have seen 4 tokens that did 100x plus. So that's actually good. Now let's see for the pump fund algo, because you can actually come here to see how these different algos are doing, so that you can actually, or you can make your decision, right? It's going to help you make decisions, probably if you are still confused on which one to use. For me, I use the OG algo more, this first one, right? The OG algo, because I don't like much risk, right? So I don't like the for migration entries that much. So, but if you like to degen enter very early, like I explained earlier, you want to be using the pump fund or the launch lab algo, right? So if you look at the stats for the pump fund algo, you see here that it has called 919 tokens that went down only, as you can see it on that black place. So about 913 tokens that it called went down immediately. It was called, and it kept going down until it just died off. So this tells you how risky the pump fund algo is. Of course, we all know on pump fund most of the tokens they're rogue. They're all rogues, right? Over 90% of tokens on pump fund are rogues. It's only few of them that migrate, right? So this is actually what it's telling you. So if you are ready, or if you understand that okay, 60% of my calls can be rogues and it can go to zero, then maybe the next three can give me a 50x and upward. If you are ready for that, then pump fund algo is for you, right? So see here it called 1072 tokens that did less than 25%, right? This one called 556 tokens that did 2 to 3x, right? So just make sure you are ready for this kind of scenarios if you're going to be using pump fund. So this is what starts with you. So you can always come here to check. And then for the docs here, you can know more about ATM. You can know more about ATM by clicking on these docs. You just want to read more about them, what they are doing, what they are building, right? And as a matter of fact, they are also going to be building their own bot, right? Their own trading bot very soon. So you are even much more earlier. You are very early if you're using this algorithm right now, because say they actually consider creating a token, right? Then you would actually be much eligible for an airdrop. So as you guys know, being early in a project in the crypto space is actually an alpha. So you want to actually jump on this now, because is that's an additional benefit for you. Now for this side, referral is not out right now. It's gonna be up very soon for the public, alright? So like I said, you are still early. So it's gonna be open very soon. You can earn as much as 25% and 1.5% and all that. So let's go back, and then that said, let's go back to our algo. So I'll click on OG algo. That's the one I use much more. Then if you scroll down, let's look at this trending token scan. So this place is where different tokens are always striving to get to it to the status of a trending token. So the one that wins is now what the ATM will show you right here. All right. So we're going to check in a bit. So here, looking at this place, you can actually come here to check for tokens you want to buy as well. So here, this one tells you whether the desk has paid. So if it has been paid, so if you see this kind of icon in front of the token, it tells you that the desk has paid, right? And this one tells you that there is not mintable and is not feasible, right? There's no blacklist also. So you want to make sure this is actually in front of the token if you consider it. Like look at this one now. It just have no minting. So it means DEX have not been paid for this token. So yeah, if you don't like that, so you don't want to go for this particular token. Then this one has an extra symbol here. This tells you that this token was launched on Pump Fund. So if you like to trade Pump.fund tokens, then you want to check that it has this. Right. Then if you come over here, this one gives you the number of holders of this. So PTMI is simply the professional traders market insider. So this is their wallet. Now this number tells you how many of these wallets are holding these tokens. You get, so it means that the more the numbers, the more bullish that particular token is. So you want to check for tokens that have higher number of traders or insiders holding it. So it means that that token has grabbed their interest. So it means that a lot of insiders are interested in this token. So that's why there are more wallets holding it. So that's one of the things you want to check here. Right, and here this tells you the FPE, also the future pump expectation. Now you want to also make sure it's high. You can see this token has a high future pump expectation, 94%. Right, so it means there's high likelihood that it's going to pump in the future. And this is the average PTMI, and so you can see this is actually green. It means that we are so close to the entry of traders, right? So it's something we want to check actually. So this is the market cap, and 79k market cap, and we don't have the volume. Does not show us the volume and the liquidity yet. It's actually something I would like to check. So I'll just copy the wallet address, and we're going to check it in a bit. Now, another thing you want to note here is that the liquidity is locked. So you want to make sure that the token has this green padlock stuff here, and this is what signifies that it is locked and bond. So you see, if you look here, it shows 100% lock and 100% bond. So that tells you that there is a lesser likelihood of that token being a rug. And now a rug means a token that the liquidity has been pulled out, or maybe it has been dumped. So rugs can be in different forms, but the major reason for a rug can be that the liquidity was not locked, and so the dev or the creators just pull it out, and then the whole token just dump. So that's what you want to make sure the liquidity is locked, and then it has been burnt, meaning it has been sent to a wallet that cannot be accessible by anybody, right? So that's one thing that also tells you that that token is something worth checking, right? So and then here is going to tell you the volume, right? So you want to see that the token has good volume, like this one now, $363,000 volume, right? So you want to check that it's a good volume. Right, so now we are done with looking through the overview of this particular platform. And so next we're going to go straight into the strategy. And so I'm going to be showing you guys the strategy to use to trade these coins, or to use the ATM algorithm, so that you can get the maximum output from it. Now first, for this strategy, you are going to be needing a bot, because the way it works is once you get the coin, right, the coin call probably on Telegram this way. So this is how the signals appear. So these are the three algorithms. This one is for Launch Lab. This one is for the OG Algo Beta. This is the normal OG Algo. So you can just find a way to put all the algorithms in a particular folder on Telegram, right? So this is how the signal appears, right? So once the signal comes this way, you can just click on the contract address to copy it this way, and then you go over to your bot and paste it. So we are going to be using Axiom bot for this purpose. Right, so first, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create an Axiom account. All right, so to create an Axiom account, you click on the link below in the description so that you get lesser fees. Actually, the reason why we're going to be using Axiom is because Axiom fits in with the strategy I'm going to be showing you guys. Right, it helps you take limit orders. It helps you to be able to trail your stop loss. Right, it helps you to be able to get access to lesser fees, right? Unlike other bots. So for those of you that are using small funds to trade, you want to use Axiom, right? So Axiom is the best trading bot out there for now, right? So to get started with Axiom, click on the link in the description. It's going to be the second link. So once you click on that link, it's going to take you to a page like this. So what you want to do is to click on sign up, right? So click on sign up this way. It's going to open up this place. Just fill in your email address. So I've filled in. So you click on sign up once you have done that, and then they are going to send you a code. So you all you need to do is go to your email address, right? So this is the code here, 835432. So I'll go back to my bot, 835432, and then it's going to load up. So once it loads up, just put in your password. Once you've done, you click on continue, and then it's going to sign up. So it says signed up already. So once you've done that, just click on never here, or you can save it if you want. You can block this. The next thing, just click outside the box, and this particular outfit is going to go out. Then it's going to open a recovery key for you, and this recovery key is the key to your wallet, right? Is the key to your wallet. So it's generating the recovery key right now. So it's going to show you a recovery key where you copy it and then use that recovery key to import your wallet into Solana. So what you do is go to your Solana wallet, your Phantom wallet, you open it up and import that key. So let's click here, then you click on this manage account, then you click on add account, click on import private key. You name the account whatever you want to name. Maybe say Axiom ATM whatsoever. You paste that key here. Paste it. This is not the key, right? I'm just pasting anything, and then you click on import. So it's going to import the Axiom wallet that was created for you into your Phantom, so that you'll be able to monitor it right there. So once that is done, you can now go ahead to deposit. Click on deposit, copy this wallet address, and send some funds to your Solana wallet so that you can start trading. So that is done, you're going to see your bot this way. So you have successfully created your account. So once that's said, let's go back and go into the strategy properly. So like I said, once you get the signal, you copy the wallet address, and then you go to your Axiom bot, click on this search bar, and you paste that wallet address here. So it's going to load up that particular token. So you can see here it has loaded up the token. So you click on it, and we're going to do our further research, right? So further due diligence based on the strategy. So now, what is the strategy about? The strategy is simple. We want to focus on four major stuff. First is the structure of the token. And this will has to do with the TA. So we're going to be doing a TA on the token. Next is fundamentals. So we're going to consider some fundamentals, right? I'm going to show you guys. The next is you make sure you use stop loss. By the time you buy, you make sure you use stop loss, and this stop loss should be minus 50%. So on Axiom, you can set it automatically, and then you use a trade management approach. This will help you get the 20x, 50x, and all that. So you do this by trailing stop loss, right? Now you can do this on Axiom also. So when you are in profit, you start moving your stop loss to in profit as well. All right. So these four major stuff is what this strategy is all about. Now we'll be going into them one by one. All right. So I'll create a new page right now. So once you have opened the token this way, then you want to do those checks. First thing is you want to quickly look at the chart and make sure the structure is good. All right. So for example, now let's look at this particular chart now. Most of the charts will look like this. Some of them might just be going this way, and once you see a chart going this way, most likely dumps. That is a rug, right? But what we want is that we want to have a healthy moving chart that does something like this. So this is a previous resistance, this is a previous support. So for the TA, we are focusing on basically support and resistance. support and resistance, and retracement. So once we have spotted a good support and resistance, then we want to also use a retracement strategy to get our entries. All right. So first thing is you check that the structure is good. All right. Right, so after you have checked that the structure is good, the next thing you want to do is to now look at the fundamentals. Now, how do you know a structure that is good? Now, this is what you want to look out for. So let me open it. So you want to look out for a structure that's something like this. So maybe most likely you might be seeing a new coin, right? A new coin I just listed, or probably it's just at its 100k market caps and the like. So you want to see that it does this kind of setup or something like this. Maybe the coin had some resistance somewhere and then it finally pumps. No, now this place acts as a former previous resistance which can switch to a support. Now this place also for this particular place, it's acting as a previous resistance, this particular place, and this place. In fact, when you see that the market has touched that zone twice this way, you want to be you are rest assured that once the market comes back, right, it will act as a support and then you see a pump. The same way, once the market comes back to this kind of setup, it acts as a support and it pumps. So previous resistance always act as support by the time the next price action is showing up. So this is a strategy you want to look at, right? So this is what we are looking for. Once we open a chart, we want to make sure the structure is this good. Once it is this good, then we can go ahead to do some other checks, because once it's not good, there's no way. There's no point buying that coin because it most likely fall. When you see a coin going up, it just falls down and then it's a rug, right? So these are the two things you want to check for, right? These two kind of setups. Trust me, once you see this, you are good to go. And then the next thing I talked about is retracement. So for example, let's say this coin, you saw it this way, right? It already did this retrace and did this pump. By the time it has pumped this much, another way we'll get our entry is using a retracement strategy so that we can get the right place to enter by the time it has retraced and pumped. Now, good place actually to enter is here. So when the market here, once you see this sort of, you draw a line like this, and then once the market touch that line, it comes. But even if you don't use that, you can actually use retracement, right? And I'll show you guys that on the chart. So for that we're going to be using the Fibonacci retracement, and we'll be targeting the 0.786 fib level, right? So let's go to the chart and see what I'm talking about. So here is the chart, and so now let's go to the signal. So look at this signal. For example, this particular signal was called a few minutes ago and it's trading for 61k. Okay, I don't want to take, let's look at this one. It was also called some minutes ago. It's trading at, it was called at 1.2 million. So to trade it, you click on the contract address this way, and then you go to your bot and you click on this search bar and you paste the wallet address. It's going to search the token for you. So this is the particular token. You click on it and it's going to open up this way. Now we'll go ahead to do our structure analysis. Now you can see this is actually good, right? So you can see what we're seeing here is just like what I showed you guys. So you can see this when you look at this move here, it's doing something sort of that. So look at this market pumped this way, and then if it traced, and then we see that large pump. So here, this particular area here is the previous resistance. So most likely when the market comes back to that place, it will pump, right? So we'll take our line and I'll draw it right on that place. So I'll make my line to be this previous support. So this is actually what I'm saying. If I move this if I move this down, if I take out this, now you will see that this looks like same as what I talked about, right? So you see market goes up, comes down. So this area here is the previous resistance. So if market comes down to that area, it's likely pumps. Same thing I showed you guys on this particular place, right? The market comes down here, it pumps, right? After, so this is the previous resistance, which will now be a support, right? So let's go back quickly. So once you have seen that, I've drawn my line right now, and then what I will do is once the market comes back to this 943k market cap, it's a good place to buy. In fact, the next strategy you want to now also consider, like I was saying, is retracement. So look at this pump. Once you see this pump that happened from here to here, that's what you want to look at as well. Provided there is a previous resistance. So this chart looks good. It's not just a random chart. Provided there is previous resistance. So once we see that pump, another approach is to take your Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci retracement, then drop from this last low to this highest point here. Then what we'll focus on is the 0.786 zone, like I said. So if you look at it, it is this particular place, this color where my cursor is. I'm going to make it bold, right? So you take your line and then you draw it there. Now if you actually draw it, you see that it's still close to our previous resistance. So one thing is sure, right? One thing is sure on this token. It can either come and bounce off from this first line, which was our previous resistance, or at this 0.786 fib level. So these are the two strategy for your TA you can quickly do once you see your coin, because this kind of thing you don't have much time to do TA. Just quickly and you do this. So it means if you don't see a chart that respects what you are looking for, just quickly move on to the next coin. A lot of signals per day from ATM, right? So what I'll do is I can create a limit order, right, to buy this token at this point. If I want to do that, I can click on instant trade here, click on instant trade, and I'll just set up my buy. So I'll click on this P1 to do my buy setting. So my slippage by priority I can do 0.005, so I don't pay much fee, 0.005 as well. And this one I can make it 10, just make it 10, then go to sell settings and make this 0.007, 0.007, and you can make this 90, right? So that will sell by all means, right? Then click on continue. So that's done. Once you want to buy, you can just use any of these buttons. Say you want to use one soul, you just click on one soul and it's going to buy. So I don't have money on this wallet. This is the new wallet we created. So I will probably, when I fund my wallet. So once you fund the wallet, it's going to show up here. So if you want to buy, just click and you quickly buy immediately. That's how fast Axiom is. And then when you want to sell, you come down here. This is your sell percentage, whatever by the time is in profit, and then you click. If it's 100%, you click it, it's going to sell immediately. If it's 50, you click on it, it's going to sell immediately. This is how you can buy as fast as possible, right? And the next thing you want to check is fundamental. So you scroll down here and then you look at this side of the screen. So I can click on X here. You want to see that the bondless is not less than, it's not more than 10%, right? And this is very good, it's green, so it's good. And then you want to make sure the liquidity is bond. Here is saying not bond, although some coins still do well even when the liquidity is not bond, but you want to make sure it's bond. The top 10 holders, you want to see that it's not so much high. So something between 25% and less is okay, although between 25-30 is still good, but make sure it's less than 25%. That's a very good one for you, right? And then make sure the dev are sold. Now dev is still holding, although sometimes when dev is still holding, it's not so bad, especially if other things click. Another thing you want to check is the 5 minutes volume. You can see it here. So it's around 18,000. So you want to make sure the 5 minutes volume is above $10,000. That tells you there is a good volume on that token, so you can actually consider it. And this one is 19,000 right now, so it's even increasing. And then you check the holders count, that is good, so 892 is good. And then the pro traders here, you want to see that the pro traders are increasing. That tells you there is active trading on that token. Then once all these things checks, you can go ahead to buy. Now another thing you can check is dev tokens here to see how the dev has been doing. So you can see this dev is doing well because he has created one token in the past that actually migrated. It's a good one to consider. Yeah, so if you want to buy using limit order, once you have clicked on buy here, you click on limit here. Then you can come here to input the number of Solana you want to use, or you just use these buttons below. So you just click 1 or 10 based on how much is in your wallet. Then you come here, put in the market cap. So the market cap of this token where I want to buy based on my TA is this blue line which says 943k. So I can just come here and put 943k, right? 3,000. And once I do that, you can see this line actually moved straight there. So even if it was not, I don't want to go through writing this, I can just simply move this line, right, to where I want to buy. I can just move it to be exactly on this blue line, this first blue line, right, which is my first entry consideration. So once I do that, I will just click on how much I want to, where I want to buy. So I'll just click on buy here. Once I click on buy, it's going to load up and set my limit order. So it didn't work because no funds on this wallet. It's a new wallet, right? So this is how you can buy at a limit order, right? So once it comes, so that even if you are busy, you're doing something else, you don't get to miss a good opportunity, right? So that's why Axiom is very good. So use the link below and create Axiom account, right? Now the next thing we said is to use stop loss, and the stop loss for this strategy is minus 50%. So what you want to do is, once you buy, once it has bought for you, you can now go ahead to set stop loss by clicking on sell here, and then click on limit. Once you click on limit, you want to scroll down and make sure this thing is down below 50% from your entry. So let's say you entered at this first line, you can take out this tool, right? This particular tool here, click on it and put it on that line where you entered. Then click and drag, right? Click and drag down until it shows you 50%. So once it shows you 50%, you take note of the market cap. So that's around 466k. So I'll just scroll this line to around 466k. And once I've done that, I can now come here to select. Make sure you can see here is 50%. I can even come here and make it more accurate. So it's already on 50% here. So it means I want to sell at minus 50% when I'm down minus 50%, and then I'll make sure you put in the amount you want to sell. So I want to sell 100%. So I want to take out all my portfolio, all my capital once it's down minus 50%, right? Once you have done that, you click on sell, right? Once you do that, it's going to set the limit order there immediately. So you can see that you are actually safe. Once the market comes down there, it's going to close up your position. And then the last part of this strategy is trailing or stop order. So it's the same thing. By the time your limit order, let's say for example, you have set a limit order, maybe at this place, your 50% now, and the market is now going in profit for you. You can simply just keep dragging your stop loss. Say you have entered here and market is going up, right? You can now keep dragging your stop loss over above this your entry here. So your entry is this blue line, and then you are going in profit. Just keep dragging it up. While market is pumping, you'll just keep dragging this. You are actually trailing your stop loss, right? So that's how you trade. So you keep dragging this. Is that easy? It is that easy on Axiom. So you keep dragging it up and you are trailing the stop loss. So you make sure you monitor it so that you don't get stopped out. So you just keep moving it small, little by little, maybe by 10-20%, like that and like that. So this is the perfect strategy you can use to maximize your returns on the export. So that's it. That's the end of this strategy. Right. So now that we're done with the strategy, I would like to also add some certain things to help you get the best also out of this strategy. So before I go to that, look at this coin right now. You can see it's still going. It still came down here, went up. So it has not really come to our entry. So what you should do in this kind of scenario is hold on, right? So one of the things you should have is patience. You need to learn the act of patience, right? So you wait until it comes down, because right now it's still consolidating around this area from here to here. So it has not really broken above this place. So if it had broken above here, say it did something like this. So if it actually did, I'm trying to show you guys, if it had done something like this, right, which is like a break of structure above this previous high here, we can actually say, okay, we'll now take out our Fibonacci and draw out from this last low up until that high, and then maybe you now use the new 0.786 Fibonacci level, which is this particular color of line. Then that will be your new entry, because there is now a break of structure. Aside that, you need to be patient, right? Because most of the time the coin will still come down. There's liquidity here, and it will touch here. Now, if you guys want me to do an in-depth video on how to do technical analysis on a coin to get the best entry, because there are other strategies, but
I don't want to take time so that this video will not be so long. You can comment down below, and if I get a lot of comments, I will actually make that video. Right. So back to what I was saying. So now that I've seen all the strategies, certain things you need to put into consideration is that you need to have a plan. All right. Don't just trade anyhow. Have a plan. Now this includes have your entry point, which I've shown you guys using the strategy, right? I showed you guys two major entry points. Have an exit plan. So if it's 100% you want to take your profit, or 200%, make sure you stick to it. Take your profit at that level and leave. Right? Don't get too attached to a meme coin. Then another thing is you need to be disciplined, right? So once you have that plan, stay disciplined to it. All right, stay disciplined to it, no matter the situation of the market, whether the market is going up or it's going down, whatsoever. Be disciplined to your strategy. This is actually how you get the best. And know that meme coins, most of them will not stay so long. So don't hold on to a meme coin to give you a life-changing money that you used to take your mama out, or you want to buy your mama a new house. Don't wait for that on one coin, right? It can happen, but don't have that mindset. What you should have in your mind is accumulation. So when you make profit over time, you can compound, and that way you get to increase your portfolio, right? So don't wait for it on just one coin while it's actually possible, right? So, and one thing again I'll also add is that this strategy also works with time. So you need to know the particular time you are trading. Like I said, the best time to trade is New York days, right? So once the New York open, that is the best time to trade, and that is around from 2 p.m. in Nigeria. So I'm in Nigeria, that's what I'm saying. So you can also check based on your own zone, right? From wherever you're watching from. So it's for Nigeria, it's from 2 p.m. That's where the New York starts. Right. So you can start trading from there, and maybe select maybe like 2 hours you want to sit down and trade. Because another thing about these strategies, you need to sit down and watch this signal, because most of them, once it's called, once the signal drops, right, it pumps and then you might miss out. So you need to be there and be on time, right? So the New York day is a good time. And another extra tip I'll give you guys is New York night. You can get a lot of gains from New York night. So I'll put on the screen now a result from I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago, when the stock market decided to create coins, right? Meme coins. So ATM actually made some calls that made money. Nvidia gave about 11x, um Eman gave 23x, penny stock 30x, meme stock 22x, stock chain 90x. So this actually happened during the night, and the best time for that in for Nigerian time, because I'm in Nigeria, is from 3 a.m. to around 6 a.m. It's a good time to make good opportunity, right? To take the opportunity of trading the New York night, right? So that's actually another extra addition to this strategy. So you can see the coin right now. Coin right now is coming down, and most likely it touches here and it will go up. So that's it. That's the end of this strategy, and I wish you guys the best while you impute. So you need to follow everything I've said in this strategy. That is what discipline is all about, and that's actually how you make the best out of it.
Right, so look at this coin that we were analyzing earlier on, right? So remember when I said while it's ranging this way, you need to actually have patience, all right? So you can see how the market came down and touched our first entry, which was our previous resistance, right? So touched it immediately, and if you had bought here, you see how it went up, and now probably and currently it's giving us about 297%. It's over 4x already. Now you can imagine getting a 4x, right, and just one trade. And now what if you get like about 10 of these trades in a day? Imagine what that will give you. So you can see how this strategy works, and you don't need to stress yourself. All you need to do is just follow it exactly as I've shown you in this video, and trust me, you will actually thank me later.
To do. Now, if you want me to, like I said, do an in-depth video on how to check fundamentals, how to do your TA to get best entry on meme coins, just comment down below and I'm going to do that video, right? So this is the strategy for this, and with this strategy I got a lot of good entries, right, for my trading. Now here's my final thought. So just because ATM the day is powerful doesn't mean it's foolproof. not all alerts are going to pump. Some of them might go down immediately, right? So you need to understand that, and that understanding will make you be very conscious of risk management. So always maintain good risk management. Don't over risk. Don't overthink. You're gonna get that 10x fast. Don't over risk. Do all your due diligence like I've shown you guys here, and wait for the profit. And then if you are in loss, be ready to cut your losses. That's why I said always set a stop loss, minus 50% stop loss. Set it immediately you buy the token, all right? And then never ape blindly because of an alert. Once you see the alert, don't ape blindly. Make sure you're also on time. So you can set maybe 2 hours per day and you sit down. You don't stick to a particular meme coin and expect what is not going to come. Once you see profit, take it, right? And even if you want to stay on the meme coin, make sure you are trailing your stop loss, like I showed you guys on Axiom. That's why you want to create an Axiom account, right, using the second link. So that said, we have come to the end of this video, and if you found this video helpful, smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. You want to also turn on the bell notification so that you get alert when we drop certain contents like this, and you're also supporting me by doing that. And yeah, so check the description below also for a direct link. The first link is going to take you to ATM so that you can secure the extra 7 days, right? And then you start making your money, right? So you guys use ATM and let me know how it helped you in the comment section. And if you have not joined my community, you want to click the link. I think it's going to be the third link. We also drop meme coins calls and futures trading calls. So if you do futures trading also, you can click the link and join the community, and I'll see you right there. So that's it. Stay sharp and go make this money.